Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen, and this was going to be another layout for Around the World in 30 days, but I really want to get these last pictures scrapbooked. I've been working on this event for my mom and my sister's birthday. For Mix It Up Monday, I created this layout with this art extravagance icing paste, and I loved it so much. And the bricks that I did through the stencil, a scrapping reflection stencil with that paste, was so awesome. I decided to finish the layout that I messed up, which is the one I just shared. Was supposed to have 3 pictures, and my pictures were too big. And so I added the third picture to its own layout. And so then I've got some more pictures to scrapbook for this event or this birthday party. And so I've been using gold on everything, and I just really wanted to continue using the Sweet Rush to get the last layout for this birthday party scrapbooked. And so I thought I would try and go ahead and do that. They're a little wonky because they're on regular paper or cardstock paper. And so that's why I was sharing. I gutted the back of that Sweet Rush paper. And so I also created this for the birthday party, and this is out of Sweet Rush. I did bring in a solid paper, and I used, for the gold, I used Brutus Monroe's their mist, and in the ornament gold. And so I brought the gold in that way. And then today I made this one. Oh, you all, I love this. I used that art extravagance icing paste again in the vintage gold, and I love those butterflies. They are so cool, and you can see how shiny they are, and I just love them. And then I used stickles to make the little butterfly trails. So I really just wanted to go ahead and do one more layout, but it was getting late and I was tired, and I thought, I wanted to do another video. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do it for this, and that's okay. I will go back and do another Around the World in 30 days with my next set of pictures that I had already pulled out tomorrow. So I didn't think you all would mind, and please don't tell my mother that I'm sharing this picture with you all, because she would kill me. She's just being silly. We're a bunch of crazy people. Happy crazy people, though. So I have these 2 pictures of my niece and my nephew. It's my mom and my sister's birthday cake. And then I have this set of 6 pictures, and they're all 2x2s. I'm not going to use all of them because some of them are very similar, but I want to get them on the layout, and it's just going to be 1 page. And so I really want to get them documented. And then I have this Sweet Rush stencil. I'm looking for a darker color. There you go. And it's just X's and O's, and I thought that'd be really fun to use that icing paste through, and it's something different, but still bringing in the gold. And so I have my 6x8 paper pad, and then I have these scraps left over from the layouts I've done, and I want to use up as much of these as I can. I don't throw scraps away, especially if it's for a collection. So I got sticker books, and I've got ephemera, I've got the thickers, I've got the chipboard, and I've got the puffies. So I've got quite a bit to work with. So I'm pretty sure that I can get this layout pretty full of stuff. So I have my papers, I have my embellishments, and my pictures, and the stencil. So let's see how this goes. So I have to pick what paper I want to use. And originally I thought I'd use this black because it was going to show up like nobody's business. But then I look back at all 4 of the other layouts, and most of them have a predominant bluey, light colored blue as their background, like a blue, green, tealy color. So I thought it would be better to use this one. And I do like this paper, but I love the other side, and I didn't want to use it, and which is ridiculous, right? And I say this all the time. My stash looks better on a layout than it does in the storage bins that I have them in. I don't care how pretty your supplies are and how neat and organized they are. They look better on a layout than they do in your bins. So that is what I'm going to say. I'm really reminding myself more than anything. So I get that art extravagance out, and I'm just putting it through in some random places. This is the way I scrapbook you all. Super random. I did not plan where I was going to put pictures. I just put this in enough places to where I knew some of it was going to poke out somewhere. So I knew I'd be able to work with the spaces that I have. And like I said, I don't mind things getting covered. I just want to make sure that enough of each thing is kind of sticking out. So I set that aside so that it could at least get to a tacky point instead of being, where if you put your finger in it, you're going to come away with some of the paste. But when it gets tacky, then when you put your finger in it, just leaves like a little fingerprint. So I set that aside to get a little bit more solid. I trim my pictures out. Like I said, I have 6 of these little 2x2s, and I do look through them and try and decide which ones I want to use. And then I cut my pictures down 3 3/4 and by 4 1/2. And I just chose the one that my nephew's head was at the very top of the picture and trimmed that one as far as I could. Because I didn't want it to be too big. I don't want to take it, there's no reason to have all that counter space and stuff in there. So I use a scrap to map my 4 little pictures that cover everything. One has my mom blowing the candles out. One has my brother-in-law blowing the candles out. His birthday's in December. What? And one has my sister blowing out the candles. Oh, here it is up close and personal. Oh no, this is bigger pictures. And then one of them is just like a picture of my sister and my niece at the end of the table. So I just thought that was enough. The other 2 were very similar to 2 of the ones I already had. So I can just stick those in a travel journal or a book for my sister. They won't go to waste. And so then I pull my paper out. I start to put this one up here at what I'm thinking is the top. I'm not paying enough attention that the flowers are upside down. Gratefully, I realize it and I turn the whole thing. And the other good thing about that is these pictures are after the cake's delivered. And when I scrapbook, I typically do it in like story form. So if it's kind of a chain of events, I usually try and do the first thing first, almost like you're reading a book. And it just depends on my layout. You never know, like, if it's not gonna look that way or if they're all together in a big space in the middle or something like that. I don't always do that, but typically I try and tell a story with my layout. So I'm just taking some of these scraps and putting them in places, tucking them in behind this picture to add a little color there. I've got this scrap that I debated back and forth with the butterfly and the little stripy paper. I like that stripy paper, but I've got butterflies on some of my other ones, but I didn't think it looked right. I liked the stripy paper. It's a little lighter, and so that's what I do. I use the stripy paper, and it's going to be like a base for the other 2 pictures to sit on. And like that. Plus, I love that little splat of paint or ink right there. It is so cool looking. So I am going to put this picture down, and it's not going to fit completely on this paper as a background, but I just figured I would make this little L shape, and I can work with the fact that it's not covered over on the side. It's get some embellishment, so that's okay, but it is, and then I'm going to get a little embellishment piece and put it up at the top that helps a little bit with the gap. So it's all good. Then I have this itty bitty little blue scrap, and instead of throwing it out, I'm going to put it right here and kind of break up that vast strip of gray, and that will be where the picture kind of rests. So here is that picture. And this is, like I said, my nephew and my niece delivering a clear cake to my sister and my mother for their birthday. My son made the dinner and my nephew made dessert. They are 13. Well, actually, my nephew officially was 12 in this picture. He didn't turn 13 for another 2 weeks. I had a scrap paper of some of that graph paper, so I just tucked it right there so I can write the date there. And then I have this little vellum that says family. And I like the idea of putting it right here. I know you can see through it, and I'm okay with that. The lines are all that are going to be behind it. But sometimes I will math this on white, but I don't have to. And I like the way that it looks, and it's nice and shiny and happy. So now I'm going to put this word happy over here. And so really the layout's going to read Happy Family. And then I'm going to add to the title because, well, I can. I have the room for it. So I have this cotton candy, and I think it says Good Life or something like that. And I thought that was fitting. It's sweet. This is a dessert layout. So I went ahead and tucked that in. You can't really tell it's cotton candy. It kind of looks like an ice cream cone now that it's all tucked in, but either way, it's fine. And then the other scraps that I had found, I'm going to just tuck those in places if I can. And if I can't, then I'll set them aside and keep them for another time. But I do use the little candy pieces, which I haven't really used much of. But this is the dessert layout. I can put all the candy pieces on here I want. So I put some suckers on here and some of those little hard candies. And then I think I put like a little puffy word or something on there. I can't even remember. So I've added that happy and the family. And I have decided to add to my title. So I am going to bring in the word sweet. And I gotta turn it because it's not working trying to do it sideways because it looks crooked, which because it's curved, it makes it look even more crooked. So in the end of all of this lovely layout, it's going to say Happy Family Sweet Life. And I love that. I'm so excited because it worked out perfectly. It fit perfectly. And I love the way this looks. So here are the close-ups. And you'll be able to see how this icing paste looks. I really do love how easy it is to work with and how it looks. I have a rose gold in the same kind of paste, and I'm going to try that out next. And I also went on Peacecraft Love and ordered I can't remember what color it is, but it's like a purple. And so I went ahead and ordered that too. So yeah, I still am on a frost for purchasing scrapbook supplies, but Anna is very good at ordering and having things that I just can't say no to. Anyway, so there's all those little candies and all that happy goodness. I love, love, love the Sweet Rush collection. It's so much fun, so bright and cheerful. And I definitely have loved scrapbooking these pictures. So I hope you'll come back and see me again really soon. I'll be back with a Around the World in 30 Days. And happy scrapping!